right around the corner, and I'm so excited because everyone's going to be spending a lot more time outside, and spring concerts and summer concerts. So I decided I would like to make a traditional, classic New Orleans style muffaletta sandwich. So this is something it's really nice to pack on a picnic or some of those days outside. It's a different thing than just taking regular old sandwiches and whatever. So you may not know what a muffaletta sandwich is or a traditional muffaletta anything is, but since Elizabeth High School has decided to stick around,
yes.
I bet you she could tell us what it is. Elizabeth, I know you know a thing or two about muffaletta.
Yes, absolutely. Made famous in New Orleans. You know, you start with a really wonderful onion mix. I mean, not onion mix, olive mix.
It's okay.
Amazing, amazing,
It really
amazing.
is. Now,
One
a
my
lot of
favorite
people
sandwiches.
outside, exactly, a lot of people outside New Orleans really have not had the opportunity to taste this, but it really is delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it at home. Even if you don't have the muffaletta bread, you could still do it. So you guys dig in. It's kind of like a sub-sandwich of New Orleans.
On steroids.
So, so it starts with an olive mix. Do you have a question,
Well, you
Mike?
mentioned the bread type. I don't know what kind of...
It's a Sicilian sesame bread that's a muffaletta bread that you can find all over the South. It's a little more difficult to find in other places. However, you could just replace it with an Italian round or a sourdough.
Okay.
It's anything that's about 10 inches or larger.
Okay.
And you'd probably hollow out some of the inside of it, which we'll
Other
do
way.
in a second,
Okay.
and then add the fillings.
All right.
So you all dig it. Do you like it? I hear some no's and nods.
amazing.
All right, so it starts with 3 different types of olives. So I have diced up some pimento olives, some Kalamata olives, and some black olives. Then I chopped up some jardinera, which you can just get in the grocery store in one of those jars in the pickle section. You know what I mean? So this is cauliflower, some peppers, and some carrots that have been pickled. Some chopped up red peppers, some celery.
Wow.
Capers. It's really delicious. It's almost like a tapenade or a spread. You could do it. You could just do muffaletta without the sandwich, which you've probably seen more often in the store, but it's common in a sandwich in New Orleans, in Louisiana. Okay, so we mix this all together. Now remember, the olives have a lot of salt, the jardinera has a lot of salt, and there's a lot of oil in here already. So be sparse when you're adding the oil and the vinegar, and taste it, because the last thing you want to do is get it too tangy, and then it's just, once it's too tangy, it's hard to go back. It's easier to add than it is to subtract. Also with the salt, because the salt content in here is already pretty high. So just a few pinches of salt and do some tasting and decide where you like it. Now we build the sandwich. So exciting. So I'm gonna set that aside. So here's the sandwich part. This is really fun. I feel like it's a big hamburger bun.
It is.
Right? Doesn't it look like it?
I feel like I've been shrunk.
No.
Honey, I shrunk the kids.
So what I like to do is, because you really want the muffaletta to get in there and to really soak up the bread, I like to take some of this bread out because it makes it like a nice little hole, a nice little bed for the muffaletta to sit in. You take out some of the bottom as well.
Would you repurpose that bread
Sure.
that you're taking out?
Yeah, what would you like to do with it?
I don't know, a little dough ball.
Dough ball.
Have a bread fight with it.
You could absolutely do that, Mark. I'm going to, set this aside for you. Yeah. This is for you for a little bit later. Put it right
Okay,
there. There's your
wonderful.
dough ball. There you go. So now we build. Okay, that's our bottom. Here's our top. So you take some of this beautiful muffaletta, you put it in here just like this, and Elizabeth knows the best thing about this is you really want it to sit. You don't want to eat it immediately because you want all those beautiful flavors to soak into the bread. So it's like you've taken the bread and sopped it in some delicious, do you know what I mean? You know, like the dressing from the salad when you sop the bread?
Sure.
That's what it ends up tasting like.
We'll even wrap the whole thing, and then I'll take a brick and put on top of it in my refrigerator. So it smashes it down. I mean, it turns it in. I'm telling
It's
you.
so good.
And perfect for picnics.
Yep, perfect.
Absolutely perfect, because it's already smashed.
Yep.
It's already
Exactly. It can't
It's
ruin.
already soaked. You know, I mean, it's there.
Exactly.
And that's where you want it to be.
It's true. Then you add some capicola, some mortadella, some salami, and some provolone. So apparently, the history of this sandwich is that when the Italian immigrants came to Louisiana, they brought this sandwich with them.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of like an Italian grinder.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is when the Italians settled in Louisiana. There you go. And then you go like that. You top this little guy off like, was that the bottom or the top? I can't remember.
I would add like 3 more layers of meat to that.
You could do that.
I really would.
Don't be shy. Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Oh, I did it. Woo. Okay. That got tricky. Now we pack the picnic basket. Look at this. Now, just like you said, Elizabeth, most people, it seems counterintuitive to put the sandwich in the bottom, but no, you want it to be smushed.
Yeah, that one.
So you put all your heavy stuff, your Tupperware on top.
Or a
for
brick.
the great, or a brick. Or if you're not taking it on a picnic, like
Or
you
your
said, put it in your refrigerator with a cast iron skillet, put it on top
yeah.
and let it
Wow.
smush down.
Brilliant.
And there you go. I'm ready to go.